In this video, I'll be talking about iPhone 17 Pro or any iPhone in general. So basically, on how you can keep your iPhone 17 or any iPhone smooth, in good condition, so it doesn't harm your phone, and you can use it for more years, specifically 5+ years. So let's get into the video. So when you buy your first iPhone, everything feels insanely smooth and fast. Scrolling feels perfect, apps open instantly, and phone just feels premium. But after a year or two, specifically, I think after 2 years, a lot of people start noticing lag stutters. Most people instantly think Apple is slowing their phone down on purpose. In reality, a lot of performance loss comes from daily habits over time. Small things like storage, battery health, background activity matters a lot. In this video, I'll be breaking down how to keep your iPhone smooth long term. A lot of people are struggling with storage management, which is one of the biggest factor for your phone slowing down. So your phone needs a free storage to run smoothly in the background. When the storage is full, iOS struggles while with catching and system tests. Apple starts reloading more often, and scrolling can feel choppy, low hertz, and you might feel the phone is slowing down overall. You should always have to keep at least 15 to 20% of storage free. Photos and videos take up the most space without people noticing. Old screenshots, screen recordings, and 4K videos add up pretty fast. Cleaning storage regularly can instantly improve your how your phone feels. And if you're not making a video for your social media or anything, just personal use, I would recommend using 30 FPS rather than recording in 4K, or I think recording 4K, because that takes a lot of storage, and because of that you cannot really catch as many pictures you want or videos. So if you have a SSD or anything like that, you can probably try to store it with your MacBook Pro or MacBook and you can attach your SSD to your MacBook, and of course transfer or airdrop it to your MacBook. Then you can transfer it from MacBook to SSD. So that could be another thing you look at. Let's talk about battery health and performance, which is next up. So I know this problem is a big problem because me personally, I had an iPhone for 3 years. My battery was around 85% to 80, I think 83 or 84. So my old phone, I was struggling every day because the battery didn't last me the whole day. I was struggling and everything, right? So battery health plays a massive role in your iPhone over time. As the battery degrades, the phone manages power differently. This can cause slower performance. To prevent random shutdowns, you can check the settings on the battery health. Keeping your battery health above 80% helps maintaining a smooth performance. Heat, cheap charges, and constant 100% charging damages your battery faster. Replacing the battery later can make an old iPhone feel brand new again. Of course, that's expensive. I think that's around 180. Actually, the battery replacement could cost you around from $80 to 180, anywhere from there. So, of course, it's your choice. If you want to buy a new phone, if you can last it. I think for me personally, what I would do is that I would basically just replace the battery if it's really bad at the time. If you can like use your phone for 2 to 3 years more or 2 years max, of course I would like upgrade the whole phone since it's old, 5 years old, right? So yeah, I think you start noticing this battery issue around 30 years. So good amount of time. Also depends on your everyday use, your everyday screen time. So that's a big factor. Another thing people don't realize is charging habits. How you charge your phone matters way more than people think. Charging overnight to 100% every day adds up long term stress. Using low quality chargers can damage your battery health faster. Heat while charging is one of the worst things for an iPhone battery. Try not to game or edit videos while your phone is charging. Turning the optimized battery charging helps reduce the battery wear. Good charging habits keeps your phone fast for years. But another thing is that from personal usage, when I bought my iPhone 13 or 12, I ended up using a 30-watt charger, which was from a I think from it was third party. I didn't realize at the time, but when I hit 30 year of me having my phone, oh my god, my battery percentage was dropping fast, which caused me not having enough battery throughout the day. So right now, one thing I learned is that use a Apple charger no matter what you're doing, even if it's costing you a lot of money, around 30, 40, $50. I think it's worth spending long term. So yeah, that's what I learned. Another thing people assume is that updating your phone every year or very often makes your phone slower. So many people avoid this iOS updates because they fear slower performance, right? In reality, updates usually improve your security Apple also optimized newer iOS versions for older phones. It's a better to wait a week before updating instead of updating day one. Skipping updates for too long can cause your phone to have bugs and performance issues. Restarting your phone often after a major update helps clean up background process. Keeping your iPhone updated helps maintaining smooth performance. I know a lot of people assume that updating your phone every so often keeps makes your phone slower. I think that's a myth. That's not reality, but so you can update your phone without worrying about being slowed down. So yeah, you should always make sure your phone is up to date. So now let's talk about background app refresh. Apple can still run in the background even when you're not using them. Background app allows apps to update constantly. This can drain the battery and reduce the overall performance. You should turn it off for apps that you don't need constant updates on, but such as messaging, maps, and music apps are usually fine to leave it on. Social media and shopping apps don't need it running all the time. Managing background activity helps you keep your phone smooth. So I think this is another thing people don't realize, like you downloading different apps and keep getting the updates for it. I think that also affects your phone. So overall, I think just keep the apps you need always for day-to-day life. The tips I would give you guys is that always maintain your phone. Whatever you need, keep it. Whatever you don't need it, just delete it or keep it on SSD. So let's talk about location services. I know a lot of people that don't really care about it, but in reality, that also affects your phone performance and battery. So many apps request location access even when it's unnecessary, such as for weather. For those type of apps, it's okay, it's perfectly fine. I think Snapchat, a lot of people use location for Snapchat as well. That's also perfectly fine. But keeping your location access on always drains your battery and resources. Most of the apps should be set to while using the app. Some apps don't need location access at all. You can manage them in the settings section under location services. Reducing location usage improves battery life and performance. This helps your phone stay smooth over time for long periods. Now, let's talk about animation and motion setting. iPhone relies heavily on animation to feel smooth. As the phone ages, animation can feel slightly delayed. Reducing the motion can make the phone feel faster. This setting is found under accessibility and emotion. Turning on the reduced motion speed app transition, the phone feels more responsive with fewer animation. This setting is optional but helpful for performance if you're gaming or doing any loaded activity such as recording for hours. So another thing I want to talk about is basically clearing cache and restarting. Over time, apps store a lot of temporary data. This data can slow down performance if it builds up for years or even for months. Clearing Safari data helps the free space and reduce lag. Restarting your phone clears the RAM and background tasks. Most people never restart their iPhone at all. Restarting once in a while or every 2 weeks is recommended. This is a simple habit, maintains your. Last thing I want to talk about is basically resetting settings and upgrading. If your phone feels slow after years, it can fix bugs, lags, and connection issues. This option is found under Reset All setting. If the battery health is very low, performance will suffer. At that point, a battery replacement makes a big difference. Upgrading should be the last option, not the first. So overall, if you think your phone is still struggling, if you're willing to do a factory reset, you could try that, possibly saving your data into another phone and then probably transfer it back or something like that if you are willing to factory reset your current phone that is having issues. If not, then you can try, of course, try temporary reset. And these are the 10 main key features that a lot of people misuse or don't know about. So to maintain your phone, you could try all of these features. And thank you for watching.